What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, we're going to talk about the game Ninja Gaiden Shadow, which was released on the Nintendo Game Boy by Tecmo and Natsume. And this game is pretty much a prequel to the Ninja Gaiden trilogy games on the NES. And the plot of the game is that Ryu is on a mission to save New York City from the Emperor Darjuta, and he is pretty much a servant of Chiquito from the first Ninja Gaiden game. Now, my only question is, why is this guy an emperor even though he's a servant of Chiquito? But that's pretty much another question. That's a question for another video. You know what I'm saying? Now, Ninja Gaiden Shadow has 5 stages in it. You know what I'm saying? Which makes it the shortest Ninja Gaiden game in the franchise in terms of the 2D versions of the franchise and stuff like that. I guess the main reason behind that is because it's not like really divided up into sections like the Ninja Gaiden trilogy games on the NES and stuff like that. Now, in the game, you'll fight enemies like scouts, ninja hoodlums, shield samurais, flame bombs, and different enemies like that. And there are bosses in every stage, like the spider in stage one, Jack and Greg in stage two, and like the main antagonist himself in stage five and stuff like that. And for some reason, the enemies don't have health bars, maybe because of the limitation of the Game Boy, but I played Castlevania Adventures. I think that the bosses in that have a health. The bosses have the health bar in that game and stuff. So I don't know why they chose to do it here. Now the only weapon that Ryu has are his sword and the weird fire wheel from the first Ninja Gaiden game. You know what I'm saying? And there's pretty much 5 slots for the fire wheel. You know what I'm saying? I guess the best thing to do is to use the fire wheel against the bosses if they're pretty much out of reach. You know what I'm saying? And for regular enemies, that's out of reach too. Plus, Ryu can grab onto ropes like he can in Ninja Gaiden 3. Plus, he has a grappling hook if the ropes happen to be out of reach. You know what I'm saying? Now, the items that you can get are the spirit energy for the fire wheel, you know what I'm saying? Then there's the one ups, the life bottles, which restores 2 of Ryu's health bars, and the mega life bottle, which restores 4 life bars and stuff like that. Now, one thing I did notice that Ninja Gaiden Shadow is not as hard as the Ninja Gaiden trilogy game from the NES, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have as many, say, hazards in the game, like a lot of holes and stuff like that. And there's no enemy respawns either, you know what I'm saying? So they pretty much done away with that. Maybe because of the limitations of the Game Boy, I'm not sure about that, but it is a good thing in my opinion. Now the graphics and design for Ninja Gaiden Shadow are pretty good, you know what I'm saying. But if you want some color palettes, you have to have the Super Game Boy, of course. Now the controls and gameplay are pretty excellent, even though Ryu has his sword, the fire wheel, and the grappling hook and stuff like that. Now the soundtrack is great, you know what I'm saying, and it also has the game over theme when you like happen to lose all your lives and stuff like that, like the Ninja Gaiden trilogy. You know, it also has unlimited continues like the first 2 Ninja Gaiden games. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to worry about um, what happened with Ninja Gaiden 3, where they didn't program the unlimited continues in that. You know, now, pretty much the only gripe that I have with Ninja Gaiden Shadow is the fact that it's short. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, to me, it seems like it really don't matter because it's not as hard as the Ninja Gaiden trilogy games either. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, Ninja Gaiden trilogy, well, Ninja Gaiden Shadows rather, is a great game, and that ended up being a hidden gem. You know what I'm saying? Nobody rarely talks about it because the possibility they don't know. The majority of people who played the franchise don't know that it exists and stuff. Now, I definitely recommend Ninja Gaiden Shadow, especially to the fans of the Ninja Gaiden franchise and retro games and stuff. As far as the score, I definitely give Ninja Gaiden Shadow a 9 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Mainly because the main gripe that I mentioned of it being like way too short compared to the rest of the games and stuff. With that being said, sound off in the comment section about Ninja Gaiden Shadow, whether you played it or not. If you haven't, are you planning on playing it and stuff like that? And, and with that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.